So hey, what's up? I'm Cool Dingo. I am. I don't know where you got to hear from. You either got to hear from my channel, got to hear from the, the other review I made of this game, or you got to hear from the workshop. All of which, to anybody who got here from anywhere, hi. This is a really brief and probably really scuffed overview of my character, Cool Dingo, for Pop-Up Dungeon. I have spent. I mean, most of this is art that I'm recycling, but I have spent a lot of time just fucking around and making a character that I think would be entertaining to play and would, I think, exemplify what it means to be a Cool Dingo. You get the true Cool Dingo experience. So anyway, I'm going to be really brief. I'm going to try to keep it really short, just so you can kind of get an overview. I'm not going to go into super a high amount of detail onto what I can do. I might jump into the ability screen to show you kind of what's there, but I want to give you just kind of a short overview of what this is and how this works. Okay. So what Cool Dingo is all about, I'm operating with all of my weapon abilities here. So you got like Braving Strike, which is just a big stab, and then I should have a gun attack, but I don't seem to have it activated right now. These abilities are pretty self-explanatory, and they come with your equipment if you can level your way up there. So we're gonna ignore that for now. So the three abilities I have are that I have by default are Learning Complete, Form High Roller, and Form Mystic Wishmaker. They're not canon forms because they're just, again, recycled art that I was like, yeah, I'll just use this, and then it kind of just tumbled into a huge thing. But Learning Complete lets you copy somebody's abilities. Pretty simple. But the forms are where all of the weird shit kind of starts to pop in. So we're going to transform into High Roller. Hopefully I get something good. Nope, 60 power still lost, but okay, so we just have the two abilities. I'll show you more. There's actually 5 abilities total for High Roller and for the other form. But for now, I'm just going to show you kind of the basics of like what I think is the sort of the best loop for this character. So the first ability that you're going to want to use is High Roller is Deal Me In. Dealing whatever. Using that ability gives you 2 skills that have a set of 5. Basically, you have like cards that you have dealt to you. So Ace of Swords is like a sword swipe. Ace of Wands is a way to disable your opponent. And there's a couple others here we're gonna probably see. I'm gonna give it another shot. Let's see, you lose those abilities. Deal Me In. Ace of Swords, 2 Ace of Swords. All right, we're gonna again. It's all completely random by design. So we're gonna see if we can get something that's different. If I can't, in the next turn, I'll just show you what Cash Out does. Cash Out's pretty cool. So we're gonna end turn. It's disabled again. Okay, dealing yourselves in one more time. What do we got? Ace of Wands and the Fool. Okay, so the Fool is a special card that lets you, so of the 5, that lets you give yourself 2 random card abilities, or potentially reduce the amount of time you have in your transformation. So let's see, what do we get? Okay, so we got those 2 cards. So we got more wands because fuck this game. All right. So I'm going to just tell you what the other abilities are. There's Ace of Cups, which gives you the ability, which gives you healing, and there's Ace of Pentacles, which gives you the ability to give somebody AP and then also gives you back AP like all the other cards. Now, what you're working towards is this move, and you're pretty, like, with the way that, like, High Roller works, unless you're running around a lot or chasing people around, you're not going to need to worry about getting this in more than one turn. I've tried to make this more expensive. I can't. So what this ability kind of just does is it basically knocks you out of High Roller form, almost guaranteed, unless you've been like, unless you have been playing, like, unless you can do it at the start. Maybe it won't. But basically, what it does is you use up all your transformation duration, you use up a bunch of AP, and you deal a lot of damage. Sometimes it says 100%. I need to figure out how to get it back to 100%. I don't know why it's 100%. Or not 100%. And yeah, and it just kills. It kills instantly. It's very, very powerful. Even the dummy that's supposed to be tanky here takes that damage and dies. So it's very funny. And so now we're gonna ignore these. We're gonna ignore both of these. Let's see, can I like? Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just sell. Yeah. All right. So we're all the way back here. Yep. Okay. Okay. So that's High Roller, right? High Roller is kind of an all-rounder character, but it's all random, right? It's all randomly selected abilities. Unless you decide to roll with some of the other abilities that I have, which I'll show you in a second. But so now we're gonna go to the other form, and that is and I just named this form now. It was originally called Genie Dingo, but it's called Mystic Wishmaker. And this one's the Genie Dingo meme character that I drew a while back. And this one has a bunch of one-use abilities that do different things based on whether or not they're the enemy or not. The only one that doesn't is the Revive one and the Destruction one. All the others either... Actually, no. I'm sorry. I lied. These are the only two abilities that you have that are conditional. There's one more ability in your 5 that you have that's, again, another one-use. But all it does is summon a meatball sub, and we'll learn more about... you might learn more about that later. But so we have 4 different abilities on Mystic Wishmaker. We've got Wish for a Miracle, which does damage and heals. It does damage to your enemies and heals your allies. And a circle around you. Or give him a chance to do something. He's not going to do anything, obviously, because he's a dummy. Wish for Cleansing, which I just sort of set up. I think it actually works better in my opinion. So this one dazes your opponent, or purges them. Or sorry, dazes your opponent and purges debuffs off your allies. So it's a sort of like, does good thing for your friends, bad thing for your opponents. It's a great form if you've got a lot of enemies around you, and you think you can deal a lot of hits all at once. This is Wish for Destruction, which sacrifices some transformation time, but does a lot of percentage damage over time. And finally, the ones I can show you here that you're most likely to get is Wish for Not Dead. Wish for Not Dead basically just revives an ally with 88% HP. That's all it does. I can't really show it here because nobody's dead, but that's what it does, and it's very useful. This form is kind of like if you need healing, if you need AoE, that sort of thing. It's kind of designed for that. Okay, so we're gonna end. Oh, actually. Oh, also, I guess while we're here, I can show you a cool effect about a lot of these forms, right? So I'm gonna end my turn as just Cole normal. The great thing about form changes is that if you have one-use abilities on them like I do, they come back when you transform, and that's the key advantage of Cole, is that a lot of his abilities are one-use. Like, even Cash Out is actually a one-use ability. But because you can keep changing in and out of these forms, you get them back all the time, constantly. It's super helpful. There you go. So he's gonna heal? Yeah, he's gonna heal, but he'll be dead in the next turn. Oh no, he purged himself, so he's fine. Okay. Well then I'll just burn him. Or I'll wish for a miracle. Whoa, okay, alright. I forgot that he's that tanky. We're gonna just leave. So, end run. Yes, end run. So, that is Cole Dingo in a nutshell for most people that just download him and play him, or download me and play me as is. But we do have other abilities on these on this character. So let's actually, instead of going to the ability screen, I'm gonna go to instead of going to the ability screen, we're gonna go to the enemy screen. We're gonna look at each character, and I'm gonna show you the abilities you didn't see. So for Cole, or for Mystic Wishmaker, you've got one called the Ultimate Wish. And the ultimate wish is basically an ability that summons a meatball sub. Why do I summon a meatball sub? Well, you'll understand if you, well, actually, the picture that it's referencing is in here. It's a dumb joke. It's a dumb in-joke between me and my friends on Twitter. So you summon a meatball sub, and it is a living entity that walks up to you, and then when you're standing next to it, if you end your turn next to the meatball sub, you get healed. So it's kind of like a healing, moving pylon thing. It's a very dumb joke. Again, it's very fun. But that's that. That's the only one from that character that you haven't really seen. So we're gonna look at select high roller. Oh, and you can already see that there's a lot of enemies here. Oh, what's that about? What's that about? This one is not a part of the pack, but everything else is. Okay, so we've got the one that I think is the most interesting and something you might change your strategy around. Like you might actually put this earlier in the ability list, which I completely promote. Change these abilities out as much as you want. That is a part of the design. This was actually a high roller staple until I decided the card mechanic was better. So Slotmaster 9000. It summons a autonomous fixed slot machine. And I won't go into too much detail about that, but basically it is a stationary unit that summons little slot machine symbols. Oh, whoops, I forgot 7/ looks terrible. I'm done now, so I'm probably not going to change it, but know that I would if I had the motivation to. Anyway, but yeah, so it summons these things called slotlings, and slotlings go around and they have different effects. I'll just show you here really quick. This one basically is really tanky. It protects itself. I don't know if it heals itself. If it doesn't, I'm going to make it do that. We've got Lucky 7 that just runs around and deals damage. And we got the Bell. And the Bell basically taunts enemies. That just basically has a heal, a taunt, and an attack, and it just keeps spawning these guys over and over and over again. We've got Bad Attempt to Flirt, because I couldn't think of another ability to put on this character. Bad Attempt to Flirt just charms and gives power. It's literally Seduce. It is 5 action point Seduce. That is literally all it is. Oh, and it comes with 3 uses, but I think so does Seduce. It is literally Seduce. That is what the ability is. And I didn't actually even know that was how that ability works, believe it or not. We also have another move called Yeeting Dice, another move that's kind of recycled from another move called, Throwing Dice. And it's just me yeeting a dice really hard, just throwing a dice. It stuns, and it has 25% chance to also do damage. A lot of damage. That's that ability. We're going to go back to enemy. And that's basically all the abilities we got here. There's nothing really that special outside of that. That's basically everything. I've designed this character with the intention that if I ever decide that... Whoopsie, I'm going back to the ability screen. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to my character here. If I ever have the inclination to make more dingo forms, I'll probably just make them new ability cards. Like you can see, I'll just pull up High Roller. I'll probably just make a new ability card, and you can just slot them into me as you so desire. You can take that out of context, I don't care. But I think that's basically it. That's Coldingo, the android. I hope you enjoy playing my character. I didn't voice him because I play him, and if I'm streaming, it's kind of weird to have him talking over me. If you would like me to voice him or make a voice pack for him, I will, but that's not in the cards for right now. That's not something I'm planning on doing. But yeah, well, I think that's basically it for this character. Yeah. Oh yeah, right, I'm supposed to shill. Okay, so I'm also a live streamer. I'm a game developer as well. I'm both of those things. If you'd like to check me out, well, I mean, you're watching a YouTube video. You can go down and click on the stuff and the things. You know, if you don't want to do that, I can completely understand. So, anyway, thanks for checking out my video. I hope you download my character and enjoy it. Cash Out is a very fun ability. It kind of makes the Genie one seem obsolete, honestly, in all things. Yeah. Game on, my friends, and be excellent to each other.